I'm sitting in Murphy's boxing gym's cramped back office, scrolling through Instagram during my break when I see it. My wife Marta's latest post has already gone viral. Some husbands think they're irreplaceable. Number sign, truth. Number sign, women deserve more. Number sign, living my best life. The photo shows her at some fancy wine bar downtown, surrounded by her usual crew of perfectly manicured vultures. Her smile is radiant, her designer dress hugs every curve, and she's holding a martini like it's a trophy. The comments are exploding faster than I can read them. Yas, queen! Drop that dead weight! You're glowing! New man treating you right? Aiden never deserved you anyway, girl. I always said Marta could trend on social media before she'd tell the truth to my face. Apparently I was right. My thumb hovers over the comment box. Part of me wants to write something cutting, something that would expose her hypocrisy to her thousands of followers. Instead, I type, "You're absolutely right, honey." Then I close the app and open my banking app. Our anniversary trip to Cabo is supposed to happen next month. $2,300 sitting in our vacation fund. I transfer it to my personal checking account and pull up the website for Davidson Motors, where I work part-time selling cars. That red Mustang convertible I've been eyeing for months? The one Marta called a pathetic midlife crisis mobile? Time to take it for a test drive. My phone buzzes with a text from my buddy Mike at the gym. Saw Marta's post. "You okay, man?" I type back, "Never been better. Just making some life adjustments." The drive home takes me through our gentrifying neighborhood, past the coffee shops and boutique stores that Marta loves to photograph for her Instagram stories. Our house sits on a corner lot, all modern lines and floor-to-ceiling windows. Marta designed every inch of it to be camera-ready, as she puts it. Everything white and gray and sterile. I pull into the driveway next to Marta's BMW. The house is dark except for the glow coming from our bedroom window upstairs. She's probably up there editing more photos, crafting her next passive-aggressive post about our marriage. Inside, I grab a beer from the refrigerator and notice Marta's gym bag sitting by the laundry room door. She never leaves her stuff lying around. Everything has its place in Marta's world. I'm about to ignore it when I see the corner of her phone sticking out of the side pocket. Her backup phone. The one she thinks I don't know about. My hands are steadier than they should be as I power it on. No passcode. She's always been careless about security. The message app opens to a conversation with someone named C with a heart emoji next to it. The first message I see makes my stomach drop. Can't wait for our lakeside weekend. Told Aiden I'm going to that PR conference in Chicago. The response, perfect. I've got the villa booked. Just you, me, and that thing you do with your tongue. I scroll up. Weeks of messages, months, photos that make my chest tight. Videos I can't bring myself to watch. Carter Brennan. I know the name from Marta's work stories. Real estate hotshot, all charm and expensive suits. She's mentioned him dozens of times over the past year, always in the context of some business deal or networking event. The timeline becomes crystal clear. The late nights at the office, the weekend conferences, the sudden interest in yoga classes that somehow never improved her flexibility at home, the way she started sleeping on her side, facing away from me. I scroll to their most recent exchange, Marta. He's getting suspicious, asked about my Chicago trip. Carter. So what? You said yourself he's checked out, probably relieved to have the house to himself. Marta. You're right. Sometimes I forget he's even there. Carter. Soon you won't have to remember. I set the phone down on the kitchen counter and finish my beer in 3 long swallows. Then I open Instagram and post a story, a photo of my empty beer bottle with the caption, "Trading old baggage for new horsepower." Within minutes, my phone lights up with notifications. The first message is from Jenna Walsh, Marta's best friend and partner in social media drama. Is it true? Are you single now? I type back, not yet, but I'm working on it. The next morning, I wake up alone. Marta's side of the bed is cold, and I can hear her in the kitchen, probably staging another candid breakfast photo for her followers. I shower, dress in my best suit, and head downstairs. She's sitting at the kitchen island with her laptop open, coffee cup positioned just so, morning light streaming through the windows like she's in a magazine spread. "Morning," I say, pouring myself coffee from the pot she made. She doesn't look up from her screen. "Your little Instagram stunt last night was real mature, Aiden. Just sharing my truth, like you taught me." Now she looks at me, her green eyes sharp with annoyance. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing at all. Have a great day at work. Give my regards to Carter. The coffee cup freezes halfway to her lips. For just a second, I see panic flicker across her face. Then she recovers, sliding back into her practiced mask of indifference. "I don't know what you're implying, but I'm not implying anything, just being friendly." I kiss her forehead like I have every morning for the past 15 years, grab my keys, and head out to my truck. In the rearview mirror, I watch her scramble for her phone. At Davidson Motors, my boss, Jerry Dorsey, is already in his office, reviewing yesterday's sales numbers. Jerry's been in the car business for 30 years, built this dealership from nothing, and treats his employees like family. "Aiden, you got a minute?" I follow him into his office, where he pours 2 cups of coffee from his ancient Mr. Coffee machine. "Everything okay at home? You seem different lately." Jerry's got good instincts about people. It's what makes him a great salesman and an even better boss. "Just working through some things, Jerry. Nothing that affects my work. I know. Your numbers have been solid. But if you need some time or want to talk. Actually, there is something. That red Mustang on the lot, the convertible. What's your best price?" Jerry raises an eyebrow. "That's a $40,000 car, Aiden. I've got money down and excellent credit. Consider it an investment in my happiness." 2 hours later, I'm driving off the lot in the Mustang, the top down, classic rock blasting from the premium sound system. The car handles like a dream, all power and precision. For the first time in months, I feel like myself again. I park outside Murphy's gym and walk inside to find Mike working the heavy bag. Mike Kowalski is 6'4", 250 pounds of muscle, and the closest thing I have to a best friend these days. "Nice ride," he says, nodding toward the window. "Marta know about it yet?" "She'll find out soon enough." Along with everyone else. I spend an hour working out, pushing my body until my muscles burn and my mind clears. Boxing has always been my therapy, the one place where everything makes sense. Hit or be hit. Simple rules. When I get home, Marta's BMW is in the driveway along with 2 other cars I recognize. Jenna's white Lexus and Rebecca Martinez's black Audi. The Wine Mom Brigade is in full session. I can hear them through the open kitchen window as I walk up the driveway. "I'm telling you, Marta, this is classic midlife crisis behavior," Jenna's voice carries clearly. First the car, now the cryptic social media posts. He's trying to get your attention. "Maybe I should be flattered," Marta replies, and they all laugh. "The question is, what are you going to do about it?" Rebecca asks. "Nothing. Let him have his little tantrum. When he realizes how ridiculous he looks, he'll come crawling back. And if he doesn't, then I'll be free to pursue other opportunities." More laughter. The sound makes my jaw clench. I walk through the front door and into the kitchen, where the 3 of them are sitting around our marble island, wine glasses in hand, looking like they're planning a hostile takeover. "Ladies," I say, nodding politely. "Don't let me interrupt." "Aiden!" Jenna's voice is honey-sweet and fake as artificial vanilla. "We were just admiring your new car. Very bold." "Thank you." I figured it was time to start living a little. Life's too short to settle for less than you deserve. I look directly at Marta when I say it, and she has the grace to blush slightly. "Well," Rebecca says, standing up, We should probably get going. Thanks for the wine, Marta. They gather their purses and file out, but not before Jenna gives Marta a meaningful look and whispers something I can't hear. When we're alone, Marta turns to face me, her arms crossed. What exactly are you trying to prove, Aiden? I'm not trying to prove anything. I'm just making some changes. Changes like spending our vacation money on a car without discussing it with me. Our money? Funny how it's our money when I spend it, but your career and your life when it comes to everything else. She stares at me for a long moment, and I can see her calculating, trying to figure out how much I know. I don't know what's gotten into you lately, but this isn't you. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the old me was too easy to take for granted. I head upstairs to change, leaving her standing in the kitchen with her half-empty wine glass and her guilty conscience. Over the next few days, I become a student of my wife's deception. I learn that she's been living a double life with the precision of a CIA operative. The backup phone has a whole separate social media presence, friends I've never heard of, check-ins at places she's never mentioned. Carter Brennan, I discover, is everything I'm not. 6'2", silver-haired, drives a Porsche, and owns a lakeside villa in Wisconsin. His Instagram is full of photos from expensive restaurants, charity galas, and weekend getaways. In several recent photos, I can make out a woman's hand or shoulder just outside the frame. Marta's jewelry, Marta's manicure. I'm sitting in my car outside Carter's downtown condo building when my phone rings. It's our daughter Amelia calling from college. Dad? I just saw Mom's Instagram post about new beginnings. Are you guys getting divorced? Amelia is 20 years old, studying business at Northwestern and sharp as a tack. She gets her intelligence from me and her ambition from her mother. Right now, she sounds worried. We're working through some issues, sweetheart. Nothing for you to worry about. Dad, I'm not 12. I can tell when something's wrong. And that post was pretty passive-aggressive, even for Mom. What do you think about me getting a sports car? She laughs. I think it's about time. You've been driving that boring truck forever. Mom always said you were too practical for your own good. Did she now? Dad, are you okay? You sound different. I'm figuring some things out, Amelia, but I want you to know that whatever happens between your mother and me, it has nothing to do with you. We both love you very much. Now you're really scaring me. Don't be scared. Sometimes things need to fall apart before they can get better. After I hang up, I sit in my car and watch Carter's building. Around 6 p.m., his black Porsche pulls into the underground garage. 20 minutes later, Marta's BMW follows. I drive home and order pizza, eating alone while scrolling through social media. Marta posts a story from some trendy restaurant downtown. Dinner with an old friend. Sometimes the best conversations happen when you least expect them. The photo shows 2 wine glasses and a candle, but no faces. The location tag says Chez Laurent, which I know is Carter's favorite restaurant. I've heard Marta mention it several times. I comment on the post, hope you're having fun, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Within minutes, my phone is buzzing with notifications. Jenna comments, Aiden, you're being weird. Rebecca adds, give her some space, dude. But the comment that catches my attention is from someone named Sarah_B_real. Some husbands just don't know when to let go. I click on the profile. Sarah Brennan, Carter's ex-wife. Her bio says living my truth after 15 years of lies. I send her a direct message. Hi, Sarah. I think we might have something in common. She responds within an hour. If you're married to someone who's been working late with my ex-husband, then yes, we definitely do. We arranged to meet the next day at a coffee shop downtown. Sarah turns out to be a petite brunette in her early 40s with kind eyes and a tired smile. She orders a latte and gets straight to the point. Carter's been cheating on his girlfriends with married women for years. It's like a game to him. The thrill of the forbidden, the power of breaking up families. How long did you know? About the affairs? 2 years before I finally left. I kept thinking he'd grow out of it, that it was just a phase. But men like Carter don't change. They just get better at hiding. She slides a manila folder across the table. These are copies of everything I found when I was gathering evidence for the divorce. Bank records, hotel receipts, photos. Your wife isn't his first married conquest, and she won't be his last. I flip through the folder. There are receipts from the lakeside villa, jewelry purchases, even a lease agreement for a second apartment downtown that I'm betting Marta doesn't know about. Why are you helping me? Because I know what it feels like to be made a fool of. And because Carter destroyed my marriage, my self-esteem, and my trust in people. Maybe it's time someone returned the favor. What do you want me to do with this? Whatever feels right. But if you decide to go nuclear, make sure you don't get caught in the blast. That evening, Marta comes home late, claiming she was at a work event. She showered and changed clothes, but I can smell Carter's cologne on her hair. How was your evening? She asks, settling onto the couch next to me. Quiet. Ordered pizza, caught up on some reading. She nods, already distracted by her phone. I might have to travel more in the coming months. Big client in Chicago wants to expand their campaign. Chicago, that's nice. You don't mind? Why would I mind? You're building your career. I'm proud of you. She looks at me suspiciously, like she's waiting for the catch. Besides, I continue, it gives me time to focus on my own projects. What projects? Oh, just some things I've been working on. You'll see. The next week, Marta announces she's going to Chicago for a long weekend. She leaves Thursday morning with a suitcase full of designer clothes and a story about client meetings and networking events. I wait until her plane is supposed to take off, then drive to Carter's lakeside villa in Wisconsin. It's a 2-hour drive through scenic countryside, and I use the time to plan my next move. The villa is everything I expected: modern, expensive, and isolated. Perfect for a romantic getaway. I park down the road and walk back with a small camera, the kind hunters use to monitor wildlife. I hide the camera in the trees with a clear view of the front door and driveway, then drive back to the city. That evening, I post a photo of myself at Murphy's gym with the caption, "Working on my fitness while the wife's away." Sometimes the best company is your own. The responses are predictable. Jenna comments, "Maybe if you worked on your marriage instead of your biceps." Rebecca adds, "Marta's working hard for both of you." But there's also a comment from Mike, "Looking good, brother. Keep grinding." And one from Sarah Brennan, "The gym is great therapy. Keep focusing on yourself." Friday morning, I check the camera feed from my phone. Carter's Porsche is in the driveway, along with a white BMW I don't recognize. I take screenshots and save the video files. By Sunday evening, I have enough footage to end both their careers and their reputations. Marta and Carter arriving together, long walks on the beach, intimate dinners on the deck. Everything short of a sex tape, but damning enough. Marta comes home Sunday night, full of stories about her successful meetings and new business opportunities. "How was Chicago?" I ask, helping her with her suitcase. "Productive. Really productive. I think this could be a game changer for the agency." "That's wonderful. I'm so proud of how hard you're working." She smiles, and for a moment, I see the woman I married 15 years ago. Then she checks her phone, and the mask slips back into place. I'm exhausted. I think I'll take a bath and go to bed early. Of course. You've earned it. While she's upstairs, I upload all the photos and videos to a secure cloud account. Then I create a simple website with a domain name that won't be traced back to me: WisconsinWeekendGetaway.com. The site is clean and professional, with a single page featuring a photo gallery titled Recent Guests. Every image is time-stamped and geotagged: Marta and Carter holding hands on the beach, kissing on the deck, sharing breakfast in their bathrobes. I don't publish the site yet, that's for later. Instead, I create anonymous social media accounts and start following all of Marta's friends, Carter's business associates, and everyone in their professional circles. I learn their posting schedules, their favorite hashtags, their online habits. Knowledge is power, and I'm accumulating both. Monday morning, I wake up before Marta and make coffee for both of us. She comes downstairs in her silk robe, hair perfect despite having just woken up. "You're up early," she says, accepting the coffee cup I offer. "Couldn't sleep. Too excited about some new opportunities." "Oh? What kind of opportunities?" "Just some projects I've been working on. Nothing concrete yet, but I think they're going to be very revealing." She gives me that suspicious look again, but her phone buzzes with a text message and she's distracted. "Carter wants to meet for lunch today," she says, typing a response. "Some new development project he thinks the agency should handle." "Carter Brennan, the real estate guy, you know him?" "Just by reputation. I hear he's very hands-on with his business relationships." "He's a professional, Aiden, and a potential client." "Of course. I'm sure you'll handle him very professionally." She finishes her coffee and heads upstairs to get ready for work. I wait until I hear the shower running, then check her backup phone, which she's left on the kitchen counter. New message from Carter. "Can't stop thinking about this weekend. When can we go back?" Marta's response. "Soon. A is getting suspicious, but I think I can handle him." Carter. "Maybe it's time to stop handling him and start handling us." Marta. "Patience. I need to be smart about this." I put the phone back exactly where I found it and head to work. At Davidson Motors, Jerry calls me into his office again. "Aiden, I've been thinking about our conversation last week. About investing in your happiness." "What about it?" "I've got a proposition for you. I'm looking to expand into luxury pre-owned vehicles. High-end stuff for clients who want quality without the new car premium. I need someone I trust to run that division. What would that involve? More money, more responsibility, more freedom to make decisions. And it would mean you're not just selling cars, you're building relationships with successful people. The kind of people who appreciate discretion and professionalism." I think about Marta's dismissive comments about my little job at the dealership, her embarrassment when she has to tell her friends what I do for a living. "I'm interested." "Good. There's just one thing. This position would require you to be completely trustworthy. My clients need to know that their business is safe with us, that we don't gossip or share information." "You can count on me, Jerry." "I know I can. That's why I'm offering you the job." We shake hands, and I feel something shift inside me. For the first time in months, I'm moving forward instead of just reacting. That afternoon, I drive the Mustang to Carter's office building. His real estate firm occupies the top 3 floors of a downtown high-rise, all glass and chrome and expensive furniture. I park across the street and wait. At 5:30, Carter emerges with 2 other men in expensive suits. They're laughing about something, probably closing another deal or screwing over another client. Carter is exactly what I expected. Tall, silver-haired, confident to the point of arrogance. He walks like he owns the sidewalk, like everyone else is just an obstacle in his path. He gets into his Porsche and drives toward the trendy part of downtown where all the upscale restaurants cluster together. I follow at a distance, staying back far enough to avoid detection. He parks outside Chez Laurent and goes inside. Through the window, I can see him at a corner table, checking his phone and sipping wine. 20 minutes later, Marta arrives. I watch them through the restaurant window, noting their body language, the way they lean toward each other, the casual intimacy of their interaction. To anyone watching, they look like lovers, not business associates. I take photos with my phone, making sure to capture the restaurant name and the timestamp. Then I drive home and wait. Marta comes home at 10 p.m., claiming she had to work late on a presentation. "How was your day?" she asks, settling onto the couch with a glass of wine. "Productive. Jerry offered me a promotion." "Really? That's great." Her enthusiasm is underwhelming, but I press on. It's a big step up. More money, more responsibility. I'll be working with high-end clients, building long-term relationships. That sounds perfect for you. I thought you'd be more excited. I am excited, I'm just tired. Of course. All that hard work with Carter Brennan must be exhausting. She freezes with the wine glass halfway to her lips. What did you say? Carter Brennan. Your client meeting today. How did it go? Fine. It went fine. Good. I'm sure he appreciates all the personal attention you're giving his account. She sets down her wine glass and looks at me directly for the first time in weeks. Aiden, what's going on with you? You've been acting strange lately. Strange how? The car, the comments, the attitude. It's like you're a different person. Maybe I am. Maybe the old person wasn't working out so well. What's that supposed to mean? I stand up and walk to the window, looking out at our perfect neighborhood with its perfect houses and perfect lawns. It means I'm tired of being taken for granted. Tired of being treated like I'm invisible. Tired of pretending everything is fine when it's not. I don't take you for granted. I turn to face her, and for a moment, I consider telling her everything I know. About the phone, the messages, the weekend in Wisconsin, about Carter's history and Sarah's warnings. Instead, I say, don't you? Aiden, if you have something to say, just say it. I'm saying that things are going to change around here. Starting now. I head upstairs, leaving her alone with her wine and her guilt. In our bedroom, I open my laptop and begin composing an email. Not to Marta or Carter, but to someone who can help me understand the legal implications of what I'm planning. My old college roommate Dave is a divorce attorney in Minneapolis. We haven't spoken in years, but I'm betting he'll remember me. Dave, I type, I need some advice about asset protection and evidence gathering. Hypothetically speaking, if someone discovered their spouse was having an affair, what would be the best way to protect themselves legally and financially? I hit send and close the laptop. Tomorrow, the real work begins. Dave calls me the next morning while I'm having coffee at the kitchen counter. Jesus, Aiden, I was wondering when I'd hear from you. Though I wish it was under better circumstances. It's good to hear your voice, Dave. Thanks for calling back so quickly. About your hypothetical situation, how much evidence are we talking about? Photos, videos, text messages, financial records. Enough to prove a pattern of deception. And you obtained all this legally? Absolutely. Nothing that required breaking and entering or hacking. Just careful observation and publicly available information. Good. In Minnesota, we're a no-fault divorce state, but evidence of infidelity can still impact property division and spousal support, especially if marital assets were used to fund the affair. What about professional consequences? If both parties work in industries where reputation matters, infidelity can definitely impact careers. But you need to be careful about how you use that information. Revenge porn laws, harassment statutes, defamation. There are a lot of ways this could backfire. I understand. I'm not looking to destroy anyone's life. I just want to protect myself and make sure the truth comes out. Fair enough. But Aiden, whatever you're planning, make sure you can live with the consequences. Once you pull that trigger, there's no going back. After we hang up, I sit in my car outside Marta's office building, watching her colleagues come and go. The PR agency where she works occupies 2 floors of a converted warehouse in the Arts District, all exposed brick and industrial chic. At noon, I see Jenna Walsh emerge from the building. She's dressed in her usual uniform of expensive workout clothes and designer accessories, looking like she's heading to yoga or Pilates or whatever rich women do to stay thin. I follow her to an upscale coffee shop where she meets Rebecca Martinez. They sit at a corner table, heads bent together in intense conversation. I park across the street and use my phone's camera to zoom in on their table. I can't hear what they're saying, but their body language suggests serious gossip. Jenna is animated, gesturing with her hands while Rebecca leans forward with wide eyes, After 30 minutes, they hug goodbye and go their separate ways. Jenna heads back toward Marta's office, while Rebecca gets into her Audi and drives toward the suburbs. That evening, Marta comes home with Chinese takeout and a forced smile. "I thought we could have dinner together," she says, unpacking containers of kung pao chicken and fried rice. "We haven't done that in a while." "That's thoughtful of you." We eat in relative silence, the tension thick enough to cut with a knife. Finally, Marta sets down her chopsticks and looks at me directly. "Aiden, I think we need to talk." "About what?" "About us. About what's been happening between us." "What do you think has been happening between us?" "I think we've been growing apart. I think we want different things." "What do you want, Marta?" She's quiet for a long moment, choosing her words carefully. "I want to feel alive again. I want passion and excitement and more." "More than what?" "More than this. More than routine and predictability and—" She gestures around our perfect kitchen. "More than settling." "I see. And you think I'm holding you back from that?" "I think we're holding each other back." I nod slowly, like I'm considering her words. "You know what? You're absolutely right." She blinks, clearly surprised by my response. "I am?" "Yes. We both deserve more. We both deserve passion and excitement and honesty." "Honesty?" "Complete honesty. No secrets, no lies, no pretending to be something we're not." She shifts uncomfortably in her chair. "Of course. Honesty is important." "Good. Then you won't mind if I share something with you." I pull out my phone and open the photo gallery. The first image is Marta and Carter on the beach in Wisconsin, holding hands as they walk along the shoreline. Her face goes white. "Aiden, I can explain." "Can you?" "Because I'd love to hear the explanation for this." I swipe to the next photo, Marta and Carter kissing on the villa's deck. "Or this one." Next photo, them sharing breakfast in bathrobes. "Or this." She's shaking now, her hands trembling as she reaches for her wine glass. "How long have you been following me?" "I haven't been following you, Marta. I've been paying attention. Something I should have done a long time ago." "It's not what you think." "Really? What is it then?" "It's complicated." "Complicated how?" "You're either having an affair or you're not. You're either lying to me or you're not. You're either the woman I married or you're not." She starts crying then, big tears rolling down her perfectly made-up cheeks. I never meant for this to happen. But it did happen. For months. While you were posting about truth and women deserving more and husbands being replaceable. I was confused. I was unhappy. "So, you decided to humiliate me publicly while you figured it out?" "I never meant to humiliate you." I stand up and walk around the table to where she's sitting. For a moment, she looks hopeful, like maybe I'm going to comfort her. Instead, I lean down and whisper in her ear, "You wanted more, Marta. You wanted passion and excitement and honesty. Congratulations. You're about to get all three." Then I kiss her forehead, just like I have every morning for 15 years, and walk upstairs to pack a bag. I spend the night at a hotel downtown, using the time to finalize my plans. By morning, I've created a comprehensive digital package that tells the complete story of Marta and Carter's affair. The package includes photos and videos from Wisconsin, screenshots of their text messages, financial records showing Carter's use of company funds for personal expenses, a timeline of their relationship, background information on Carter's history with married women. I upload everything to the website I created, then schedule it to go live at noon on Friday, right in the middle of the business day when maximum people will see it. But first, I have some personal deliveries to make. I drive to Carter's office building and park in the visitor section of the underground garage. His Porsche is in its usual spot, gleaming black paint reflecting the fluorescent lights. I walk over and place a manila envelope under his windshield wiper. Inside is a printed copy of all the photos, along with a simple note. Your wife Sarah says hello. Thought you should know that some secrets don't stay buried. Then I drive to Marta's office and do the same thing with her BMW. Her envelope contains the same photos plus screenshots of her own text messages. My note to her reads, "You said husbands think they're irreplaceable. Let's test that theory." My final stop is Jenna Walsh's house in the suburbs. She lives in a McMansion that screams, "Trying too hard," all columns and fountains and perfectly manicured landscaping. I ring the doorbell and wait. When she answers, she's wearing yoga pants and a confused expression. "Aiden? What are you doing here?" "Hi, Jenna. I brought you something." I hand her an envelope containing photos of her and Rebecca at the coffee shop, along with a note. "I know you've been spreading rumors about my marriage. Time to return the favor." She opens the envelope and her face goes pale. "I don't understand." "You will. Check your email in about an hour." I turn and walk back to my car, leaving her standing in her doorway with her mouth open. At 11:45 a.m., I'm sitting in my car outside Murphy's gym when I send the final email. It goes to everyone in Marta's contact list, everyone in Carter's professional network, and everyone in their social media circles. The subject line reads, "The truth about truth tellers." The body of the email is simple. Some people talk about honesty and authenticity while living lies. For those interested in actual truth, visit WisconsinWeekendGetaway.com. At exactly noon, the website goes live. Within minutes, my phone starts buzzing with notifications. Comments, shares, messages. The digital wildfire spreads faster than I anticipated. I drive to Davidson Motors, where Jerry is waiting with a smile and a contract for my new position. "Congratulations, Aiden. I think this is going to be great for both of us." "Thanks, Jerry. I'm looking forward to a fresh start." We shake hands, and I officially become the manager of Davidson Motors' luxury pre-owned division. Better title, better pay, better future. My phone keeps buzzing throughout the afternoon. Messages from people I haven't heard from in years, all wanting to know if the website is real, if the photos are authentic, if I'm okay. I respond to a few, "I'm better than I've been in months." "Thanks for asking." At 4 p.m., I get a call from an unknown number. "Is this Aiden?" "Yes." "This is Carter Brennan. We need to talk." "I don't think we do." "You don't understand what you've done." "I understand perfectly. I've told the truth." "You've destroyed people's lives." "No, Carter. You and Marta destroyed people's lives. I just documented it." "What do you want?" "Money." "I can pay you." "I don't want your money." "Then what?" "I want you to leave my wife alone. I want you to face the consequences of your choices. And I want you to remember that some husbands aren't as replaceable as you thought." I hang up and turn off my phone. That evening, I drive the Mustang to the lakefront and park overlooking the water. The sun is setting, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink. For the first time in months, I feel peaceful. My phone buzzes with a text from Mike. "Saw the website. Holy shit, man." "You okay?" I type back, "Never been better." Another message, this one from Sarah Brennan. "Well played." Carter's partners are furious. I think his real estate license might be in jeopardy. And finally, a message from Amelia. "Dad, what the hell is going on?" Mom called me crying. I call her back immediately. "Sweetheart, I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Is it true? Is Mom really having an affair?" "Yes." "For how long?" "Months, maybe longer." She's quiet for a moment, processing. "Are you getting divorced?" "Probably." "Good." "Good?" "Dad, I've been watching you disappear for years. Mom treats you like you're invisible, like you're just there to pay bills and fix things. You deserve better." Thank you for saying that. Are you really okay? I'm going to be. And the sports car? The sports car is perfect. She laughs. I love you, Dad. I love you too, sweetheart. After we hang up, I sit by the water until the stars come out. Then I drive home to face whatever comes next. The house is dark when I pull into the driveway. Marta's BMW is gone, and there's a note on the kitchen counter. Gone to my sister's. Need time to think. We'll talk when I'm ready. I crumple up the note and throw it away. Then I open a beer, sit on my deck, and watch the neighborhood settle into evening quiet. My phone buzzes one more time. A message from an unknown number. This is Rebecca Martinez. You're an asshole. I type back, and you're a gossip. We all have our flaws. Then I delete the message and finish my beer. Tomorrow, I'll start rebuilding my life. Tonight, I'm just going to enjoy the silence. Shopped epilogue. The Reckoning. 3 months later, I'm sitting in my new office at Davidson Motors, reviewing sales reports for the luxury division, when Jerry knocks on my door. You've got a visitor. Marta is standing in the showroom looking smaller than I remember. She's lost weight, and there are dark circles under her eyes that makeup can't quite hide. Hello, Aiden. Marta. Can we talk? I gesture to the chairs in front of my desk. She sits down carefully, like she's afraid I might change my mind. You look good, she says. Happy. I am happy. I heard about your promotion. Congratulations. Thank you. She's quiet for a moment, looking around my office at the awards on the wall, the photos of luxury cars, the evidence of my success. I came to apologize. Okay. And to ask if there's any chance we could try again. I lean back in my chair and study her face. She's still beautiful, still perfectly put together despite the weight loss and the circles under her eyes. What happened to Carter? He lost his real estate license. His partners forced him out of the firm. His ex-wife is suing him for violation of their divorce agreement. And Jenna? She's not speaking to me. Neither is Rebecca or most of our friends. They think I made them look bad by association. Imagine that. I know I hurt you. I know I humiliated you. But we had 15 good years, Aiden. That has to count for something. It does count for something. It counts as the past. So that's it? You're not even willing to try counseling? I stand up and walk to the window overlooking the lot. The red Mustang is parked in my designated space, top down, ready for whatever comes next. Marta, do you know what the worst part was? It wasn't the affair. It wasn't even the lies. What was it? It was the way you made me feel invisible. Like I didn't matter, like I was just there. I never meant, yes, you did. You meant every dismissive comment, every eye roll, every time you acted embarrassed to be married to me. The affair was just the final insult. She starts crying then, the same perfect tears she cried that night in our kitchen. I was lost, Aiden. I felt trapped and invisible too. So you decided to make me feel worse instead of talking to me about it. I made a mistake. You made a choice. A series of choices. And now you have to live with the consequences. I turn back to face her. The divorce papers should be ready next week. You can keep the house, but I want half of everything else, including your retirement account and the equity in your business. That's not fair. Fair? You want to talk about fair? I walk over to my desk and pull out a folder. This is a financial analysis of everything you and Carter spent on your affair. Hotels, restaurants, gifts, the Wisconsin villa rental. It comes to just over $30,000. All of it came from our joint accounts. I slide the folder across the desk. So yes, I think half of everything is more than fair. She looks through the papers, her face getting paler with each page. How did you get all this? I'm very good at paying attention when I put my mind to it. She closes the folder and looks at me with something like respect for the first time in years. You're not the same person I married. No, I'm not. I'm better. She stands up and smooths her skirt. I hope you'll be happy, Aiden. I really do. I already am. After she leaves, I sit in my office and think about the past year. The humiliation, the anger, the careful planning, the sweet satisfaction of watching everything fall into place. My phone buzzes with a text from Mike. Drinks after work? I want to hear about the new car you sold today. I type back, absolutely. I've got a lot to celebrate. Then I look out the window at my Mustang, gleaming red in the afternoon sun, and smile. Some husbands really are irreplaceable. Bull, 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 bull.